What's up guys, it's Cameron here, back with another video. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and turn those post notifications on so that you don't miss an upload. Welcome back guys. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing my New Year's goals and resolutions with you guys. I actually made this video last year and I really liked filming it because I feel like it holds me accountable to these goals and resolutions by actually making a video on it. And I also think that it could be helpful to some of you guys because I think some people do struggle with setting goals for themselves, and maybe hearing somebody else's goals and resolutions can give you some ideas of things that you want to do for yourself. I know that these types of videos always help me think of new things that I want to do for the new year. I know that some people don't believe in like the whole new year, like setting goals and stuff, because you can set goals any time of the year and anytime you want, and I completely agree with that. If you wanted to wake up tomorrow and decide that you want to start eating healthier, you can do that. But I think that having the new year to start is just like, it's a fresh start to the year and you could just change your mindset, and you know, you're not gonna wake up on January 1st and be a completely different person, but it definitely is a good place to start. And I feel like for me personally, I always like to have a good place to start. Usually when I'm like, I'm gonna start eating healthier, I'm like, okay, I'll start on Monday, you know, the beginning of the week. But anyways, I have a whole list of resolutions and goals that I want to do for this year, and I definitely didn't do everything that I wanted to do that I said I was gonna last year. There were some things that I feel like I could still, you know, do better with, but I definitely did achieve a lot of my goals and resolutions, and I'm proud of myself for that. But I do have more this year, and I'm really big on New Year's goals and resolutions, so we have some really good ones this year that I'm going to share with you guys. So without further ado, let's get right on into it. All right guys, so the first goal on my list is to learn to balance my social life and my me time with my work. I feel like I get so wrapped up in work, whether it be schoolwork or working with YouTube, that sometimes I don't allow myself to have my me time, my self-care time, but I also don't allow myself to have my social time, and I find myself, you know, pushing off hanging out with people, not really reaching out to people to see them. And obviously this year was a little bit different because of Corona, and you know, next year will probably be like that too for hopefully only a few months. But there are some friends that I could see, and I feel like it's not that I don't want to see them, but it's sometimes like I'm pushing it off because I'm like, oh, I have work. But if I learn to have a good balance between work and my social life, I won't have that problem, and I'll be able to do both. And I'll also be able to fit in time for myself, self-care. I definitely try to do it as best as I possibly can, but I think that there's always room for growth, and I can definitely learn to balance it even more so that I'm able to do kind of everything that I want to do, but not be like super overwhelmed or stressed out. So that is my number one goal, and I think that that's a really good goal for everyone. If you find that you're someone who just like becomes super obsessed with work, it's not always healthy for you, and you need to have like some time for yourself and some time for the people you love. My next goal is to become a more relaxed person, and this is probably another one of my main goals for 2020. I do struggle with anxiety at times. I feel like a lot of people do, and it's much more common than people think. But not even just anxiety, I just am somebody who gets worked up very easily. I'm somebody who likes things a specific way, and when it's not that way, it bothers me. And I want to learn to become somebody who's okay with things not always being perfect, and who's okay with things not always going my way. I just want to be able to loosen up a little bit, you know, and not be so stressed and so hard on myself. I just think that there is a lot of room for growth, and I think that I can definitely do that. And I think that overall that'll just make me a much happier, more relaxed person, and it's something that I've honestly been wanting to do for a while. And I definitely do talk to my therapist about it, and honestly, seeing a therapist is so great for anyone. Even if you feel like there's not a reason for you to go, like not a specific event happened, but you feel like, you know, you're dealing with personal things, you should definitely see a therapist. I talked to my therapist about this, and she definitely has given me some things that can help me with the relaxation and not just being so stressed, because I'm super hard on myself. I'm kind of controlling with certain things, and I just really do want to fix that a lot. So that is a big goal of mine. And going along with that, something that I think will help me relax a lot more is meditating and doing yoga. So meditation is something I really love to do. It calms me down, it makes me feel so happy after, and I've actually been getting back into meditation again, which makes me so happy because honestly it's such an amazing thing, and it's definitely not easy for most people, especially people who are super anxious. But if you can learn to meditate and get yourself to do it, it will help you with anxiety so much. I'm not a doctor, but I just know that meditation is such a good solution to just like when you're super worked up or anxious and things like that. And I think that being able to meditate every day, that's my goal, is just something that will help me. And right now I usually can only meditate for 5 to 10 minutes. 10 is the most that I can do, but I want to learn to be able to meditate for longer periods of time, and you know, to keep myself in that meditation and focus. And I think that I can definitely do it with a lot of practice, and yoga kind of goes along with that because yoga is just so good for your body. It's super relaxing along with meditation, but it's also really good just to loosen up your muscles and your body, and it's just such a good thing to do, especially if you're somebody who works out a lot. It's so important to do stretches, and I think yoga is like a great way to do that. So going along with kind of meditation but but I guess sort of, yeah. I have that I want to manifest more and become even more into law of attraction. If you know me, you know I'm super into law of attraction and manifestation. I believe in it so much, and I have experienced, you know, real situations where it has worked in my life, and it has helped me so much in my life. I feel like it can continue helping me if I continue actually making the time to do it, writing in my manifestation journal, sitting down before bed and manifesting and meditating, and while I'm meditating, manifesting what I want, and, you know, affirmations and gratitude and stuff, because gratitude and affirmations, all those things help with manifestation and help you bring that positive energy into your life. And I just want to become more and more into that kind of stuff and just learn more, learn new techniques, learn things that I might be doing wrong or right, and things that I can improve on with manifestation. Along with that, purchasing crystals. Crystals apparently help so much and bring so much positive energy. I want to just, you know, become more in touch with my spiritual side, because I am a very spiritual person. And I guess going along with yoga and me saying things that are good for your body, I definitely want to be more consistent with working out, and also just finding the workouts that work for me. If you guys know, I'm super into working out, but I definitely go through stages where I don't work out. I was working out so much during quarantine, and when things started to open back up again and I started working in around June, I completely stopped working out, and I tried to pick back up on it in like October, and I was pretty consistent for about a month, and I fell off completely around November, Thanksgiving time, the holidays. And I'm just trying to now get back into working out because I have a lot of free time on my hands, but I just want working out to become a part of my everyday life and something that I'm consistent with, and I don't go through those gaps of times where I stop working out, because it is so good for you. It makes me feel so good. A lot of times I'm not even working out to lose weight or to see progress, but I'm just doing it because it makes me feel good. You know, it just makes me overall a happier person, and I think that really would also help with the whole relaxation. But like I said, I also want to learn workouts that work for me, because I think even though I've been working out for what, maybe like 5 years now, I still feel like I don't fully know what workouts really help me target my goals. I do have like somewhat of an idea, but I think it's always changing. My body is always changing, our bodies are always changing, and I think that I just want to continue to learn what workouts are going to work for me. I think that cardio definitely helps me with my goals, but I think there's other things that I can learn to incorporate that will really help me a lot too. And I think the only way to learn is just by to keep working out and keep doing different workouts. So that's what I am going to do. So my next goal slash resolution is to collab with bigger brands and brand deals. I have gotten some brand deals here and there, but there's definitely some brands that I have dreamed of working with, and I see people with similar following counts working with them, and a big part of it is reaching out to brands. And I feel like I don't take the time enough to reach out to these brands, and I think if I did, I could have so many more collaborations and opportunities. And that is my goal for the new year, is to just, you know, not be nervous to reach out to these brands, not be nervous to get rejected or to not get a response. What's the worst they're gonna say? No? Okay, like at least I tried. I feel like I need to just try to make the effort and just do it. Ask them, you know, maybe we can work together, try to talk to them about a possible collaboration, because it's worth a shot. My next goal is to have 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2021. Look at me, I did this today too, and I was talking to my grandma. It's literally about to be 2021. That's insane. But yeah, 10,000 subscribers on YouTube by the end of 2021, and 100,000 followers on TikTok by the end of 2021. If I can get there sooner, great, but that is my goal for the end of 2021. I think I could do it if I keep producing quality content and just focusing so much time into my content and into my platforms and all that. So that is my goal for following and subscriber count. So my next goal is to learn new meals to cook. I feel like I am very good at cooking, and I have a lot of meals that I do cook, but I definitely would love to learn new meals that I really am going to like, that are good for my body. So my next goal is to make a steady income from my social media platforms. So same thing with kind of growing those subscribers and followers. I hope that I can learn to make somewhat of a steady income. I want to be able to use this as my job. I'm currently not working. I have money saved up that I've been using, but I hope that I maybe won't have to get another, you know, working job. Obviously my career is my next job that I want to have, but I don't want to have to go back to lifeguarding or working in food. I want to be able to like make income from this, and I really hope that I'll be able to do that in 2021, and it'll help me a lot. Next is just like a random silly one, but I feel like it's good for me. I want to learn how to braid my own hair. I absolutely love how my hair looks braided, and I'm always asking my sister or my friends to do it, and I've been wanting to learn for years. I kind of know like the basic technique, but I can never actually do it. I always lose the pieces, so I want to practice and I really want to learn. I know by the end of 2021 that I will be able to braid hair. So the next one is kind of with eating, and this is fixing my eating habits and my relationship with food. I love food, and I am always always eating and I know how to fuel my bodies. But I do think that I somewhat have a negative relationship with food, in that being that I sometimes overeat and I sometimes will feel like I need to eat when I'm not hungry, and I'll eat past when I'm hungry because I eat very fast and I don't get full quickly, but I don't allow myself to digest the food and feel full before I get seconds, and I always end up having a stomach ache or feeling super full and bloated. And I think that is something that I really do need to fix because it's not good for my body. I get indigestion a lot. So overall, just that relationship with food and eating is like fixing my eating habit, fixing how much I'm eating and the way I'm eating. I'm eating so fast. Along with that, learning that I can't treat myself every single day. I love desserts and I love sweets, but I think sometimes I'm like, oh, I'll treat myself, you know? And it becomes an everyday thing where it's excessive, and it's okay to have a little bit of a cookie or a piece of chocolate every night, but I'm like sometimes going to the extreme multiple days in a row, and I think sometimes it's a little excessive. Kind of going along with that is just paying attention to ingredients. Now this goes with food, hair products, skincare products, kind of just everything overall. Learning what ingredients are not good to put into your body, on your hair, on your skin, all of that kind of stuff, because I want to take care of myself. My body is my temple, your body is your temple, and you want to learn to put things in your body and on your hair and on your skin that are actually going to be beneficial for you and not things that are actually going to be bad for you. And I definitely have been learning a lot more about skincare. I'm trying to learn a little bit more about hair care, and I'm also just trying to somewhat pay attention to the ingredients I'm putting in my body, because you know there's a lot of preservatives in certain foods, and I don't think I'll cut it out completely, but I definitely want to become more mindful of those things that I'm putting in my body. My next goal is to learn more about money and finance. I never took a class on finance. I actually did once freshman year, and that was freshman year of high school, not college. So I didn't really learn enough where it was going to stick with me at this age, and I'm gonna graduate college soon and go on to be in the real world and have a career, and I don't know enough about money and having a home and rent and mortgage and all of those things, and like paying taxes and paying bills. Like I just want to learn overall so much more about money and have a better understanding of where my money's going and all that kind of stuff. And the last one on my list is to read more. I definitely had this as a goal in last year's video, but I honestly didn't stick to it. I've literally been trying to read the same book for probably the entire year and I still haven't finished it. I want to finish it though, but I just want to read more because it's just so good for you. I feel like sometimes I spend so much time, not sometimes, all the time, I spend so much time on TikTok and just watching YouTube and stuff, and in those times I could be reading a book and like gaining knowledge and information and not being in front of like a screen, which is so bad for my vision and my brain and all of that, because I'm always getting headaches, and just reading would be so much better. And there's so many books that I want to read. My whole Pinterest, I have like a whole board with books. I want to actually start reading these books. So I think that's pretty much it for all of my New Year's goals and resolutions. I'm sure there's some that I'm gonna write down and think of after this video, but right now I think that's pretty much it. I'll definitely keep jotting down more, and if you guys have any ideas that you think would be helpful for me or helpful for anybody watching the video, definitely leave them in the comments. Like I want to hear you guys' New Year's goals or resolution, your #1 goal or your #1 resolution, or a few of them. You know, it's helpful for other people to see, and it's also good to share it somewhere because it holds yourself accountable, you know? So that is it for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. So if you did like it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, comment down below, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.